Hello everyone, welcome to premiermath. Please do watch the video because these questions can be repeated in the coming days. A sum of money become 11,880 after 4 years and 17,820 after 6 years on compound interest if the interest is compounded annually. What is the half of the sum? Here, difference between 6 years and 4 years is 2 years. If the difference between years is 2 years, if you take the square root of ratio of 6 years sum and 4 years sum, then you will get amount and principal ratio for 1 year. That is, here in the numerator, write larger sum, that is 6 years sum, which is 17,820. And in denominator, you have 4 years sum, that is 11,880. Now, cancel. 11 goes 1 time in 11, 8 times in 88. 11 goes 1 time in 17, 6 times in 68, 2 times in 22. 9 goes 1 time in 10, 2 times in 18. 9 goes 1 time in 16, 8 times in 72. 6 goes 2 times in 12, 3 times in 80. So, amount and principal ratio is root 3 is to root 2. Now, this is for 1 year. So, take the principal and amount ratio. Principal is root 2 part and amount is root 3 part for 1 year. Then 4 year, it is root 2 raised to 4 and root 3 raised to 4, which is equal to root 3 raised to 4 means 3 square, which is 9, and root 2 raised to 4 means 2 square, which is 4. Now you can see here a principal becomes 11,880 after 4 years means here this is the amount after 4 years. So here 9 part is equal to 11,880. Then 9 goes 1 time in 11, 3 times in 28, 2 times in 80. Then 0. That is 1 part is equal to 1320. If 1 part is 1320, then 4 part is equal to 4 into 1320, which is equal to 2 into 4, 8. 4 into 3, 12. 4 into 1 plus 1, 5. So 5280 is the principal. Now principal is 5280. Then half of the principal is equal to half of this, which is 2 goes 2 times in 5, 2 goes 6 times in 12, 2 goes 4 times in 8, then 2640 is half of the sum, which is option 4. So, option 4 is your answer. What is the compound interest on rupees 3,90,625 at 16% per annum for 1 year compounded quarterly? Compounded quarterly means every 3 months interest is added to the principal, and we need compound interest for 1 year. In 1 year, there are 4 quarters, that is 4 3 months. So, number of term is 4. And here for 1 year, rate is equal to 16%. Then for 1 quarter, rate is 4%. Now, if you calculate simple interest for 4 quarters, it will be equal to 4 into 4, 16%. But here it is compound interest. So, if I add nearly 1% to it, this will become 17%, and this is around compound interest for 4 quarters. Now, if you calculate 17% of sum 3,90,625, that will be your around value. Here, 10% of 3,90,625 is 39062. And 1% is 3906. Then 7% is 7 into 6, 42. And 7 into 9, 63. 7 into 3, 21 plus 6, 27. If you add 2 to 4, 6 plus 4, 10. This is 4. And this is 16 and this is 6. Now if you check for 66, you can see here you have 66. So option 4 is your answer. Now this is the exact value 66,351. Here we got 404 because we calculate it as 17%. This is around 16.9 something. Your actual value is around 16.9. Now if you are not satisfied with this technique, I will tell you other. That is, use A plus B plus AB by 100 formula. Here, compound interest for 2 quarters is equal to, for 1 quarter it is 4%. For 2 quarter it is 4 plus 4, 8% plus 4 into 4, 16 by 100. That is 8.16%. Now, compound interest for 3 quarters is equal to, for 2 quarters it is 8.16 plus third quarter it is 4% plus 8.16 into 4 divided by 100. Now leave this 0.16 and calculate for the exact number, that is 8 into 4, 32. So 32 by 100 is 0.32. Now add this 0.32 here. Now you will get 8 plus 4 is 12. Now 12.32 plus 16 is equal to 48. That is 12.48% for 3 quarters. Now for 4 quarters. 4 quarters it is 12.48 plus 4 plus 12.48 into 4 divided by 100. Now leave this 0.48 and 12 into 4 is 48. So 48 by 100 is 0.48. Now add this 0.48 here, which is equal to here 12 plus 4 16. 16.48 plus 48 is 96. Now you can see it's 16.96%. This is around 17%. So if you calculate for 17%, you will get this one. If you calculate for 16.96%, you will get this one. A trader marks his goods such that he can make 32% profit after giving 12% discount. However, a customer availed 20% discount instead of 12%. What is the new profit percentage of trader? Here this trader tried to make 32% profit by giving 12% discount. Here discount and profit is there. So take cost price and mark price ratio. Cost price is equal to 100 minus discount, that is 100 minus 12, 88, and mark price is equal to 100 plus profit, that is 132. Now if you take ratio, 11 goes 8 times in 88, 11 goes 12 times in 132. 4 goes 2 times in 8, 4 goes 3 times in 12. That is 2:3 is the cost price and mark price ratio. Consider cost price as 200, then mark price as 3 into 100, 300. Now if you take ratio, this is 100 and this is 150. And here, first he tried to make it 32% profit by giving 12% discount. But the customer asked for 20% discount. So he has to give 20% discount on this mark price. So 20% discount on 150 is equal to 10% is 15, 20% is 15 into 2, 30. So 150 minus 30 is 120 is the selling price. So 120 means here profit is 100 plus 20, 120 is 20%. Option A is your answer. So profit is 20%. Next is a trader marks his price of his good to include 45% profit and gives a discount of 20% on the marked price. What percentage of profit will the trader now have? You can use A plus B plus AB by 100 formula here. That is, here profit is 45%. We need to find out overall profit after giving discount of 20%. That is, profit is plus 45 and discount is equal to minus 20. Discount is 20 means add minus 20. Then here 45 into minus 20 divided by 100. 20 goes 5 times in 100, 5 goes 9 times in 45. This is minus 9. So 45 minus 29 is equal to 45 minus 20 is 25. 25 minus 9 is 16% profit. So option D is your answer. In triangle ABC, AB is 13, BC is 21 and CA is 20. D is a point on BC such that BD is to DC is 2:1. Find the length of AD. Here this is the triangle ABC. Now AB is 13 and BC is 21 and CA is 20. And D is a point on BC with BD is to CD is in the ratio 2:1. That is 2 plus 1, 3 part is 21 means 1 part is equal to 7 and 2 part is equal to 14 centimeter. Now here we have to find out the length of AD. Now if I draw a perpendicular to the base, this is perpendicular. That is, we got two right angle triangle. Now consider this point as E. So this altitude, that is this height is common to both the right angle triangle, and here hypotenuse is 13 and 20. Basic triplet is 3, 4, 5. So one hypotenuse 13, other is 20. 5 into 4 is 20. So 4 into 4 16 and 3 into 4 12. So 12, 16, 20. Now if you take a common side from this 12 and 16, you will get height. here this is 13. So take the smaller number. Don't take 16, take 12. That is 12 is common in both the triangle. So 12 square plus 5 square is equal to 13 square. So other side is equal to 5, which means BE is equal to 5. Here BD is equal to 14. So 5 plus 9 is 14, which means here DE is equal to 9 centimeter. If DE is 9, from this right angle triangle, we can find AD value. That is 12 and 9. Here 9 and 12, and hypotenuse is 3 into 3 is 9, 4 into 3 is 12, then 5 into 3 is 15. So here AD is equal to 15. Option D is your answer. 20 workers can paint 24 walls in 36 days. In how many days can 30 workers paint 20 walls? Here this 24 walls and 20 walls are work. Use M1D1 by W1 formula here. That is, here this 24 walls is finished by 20 workers in 36 days. Same way, this 20 walls will be finished by 30 workers in D number of days. Now here 12 goes 3 times in 36, 12 goes 2 times in 24, 2 goes 10 times in 20. Now 30 and 30 cancel, D is equal to 20 days. So option 1 is your answer. Ram and Shyam working together can complete a work in 10 hours. If Ram worked for 2.5 hours and Shyam worked for 8.5 hours, still there was half of the work to be done. In how many hours Ram working alone can complete the whole work? Here use M1D1 by W1 formula. That is, Ram and Shyam together can complete 1 unit of work in 10 days. Now, when Ram worked for 2.5 hours and Shyam worked for 8.5 hours, half unit of work is completed. That is, when Ram worked for 2.5 hours and Shyam worked for 8.5 hours, half unit of work is completed. This is like 10 hours plus 10 hours. That is, when Ram worked for 10 hours and Shyam worked for 10 hours, 1 unit of work is completed. Same way, here this formula. Now, if you multiply half with numerator, that is, this 1 by 2 will become 2 in numerator. So 2 into 2.5 is equal to 5R and 2 into 8.5 is equal to 17S. Now this is 1 unit. That is 5R plus 17S is equal to 1 unit. Now if you equate this, 10R minus 5R is equal to 5R, which is equal to 17S minus 10S, which is 7S. That is, here R by S efficiency is equal to 7 by 5. That is, Ram can complete 7 unit of work in an hour. Now find the total work. Total work is equal to, here Ram's efficiency is 7 part and Shyam's efficiency is 5 part. So 7 plus 5 into 10 is total work, which is equal to 120 unit. That is, here 1 unit of work is equal to 120 unit. This 1 unit is equal to R plus S into 10. Now R plus S into 10 is equal to 120 unit. That is, 1 unit of work is equal to 120 unit. Here also 1 unit of work is equal to 5R plus 17S, which is equal to 120 unit. Now here Ram can complete a work in time taken by Ram to complete 120 unit of work is equal to 120 by 7, because Ram can complete 7 unit of work in an hour. So 120 unit will completed by 120 by 7, which is equal to 7 goes 1 time in 12, remaining 50, 7 goes 7 times in 49, so remaining 1 by 7. Option B is your answer. Ram can beat Shyam by 40 meters in a race. If Ram start from a point which is 20 meters behind the start line and Shyam start from the start line, Ram will still beat Shyam by 24 meters. What is the length of the race? Here length of the race means distance covered by the winner. Here winner is Ram. When Ram covered D distance at T time, Shyam is 40 meters behind him at the same time T. So difference is equal to 40 meter at the same time. Now, here, when Ram covered D distance, Shyam is 40 meter behind him. If he start 20 meter behind him, that is, if Ram cover extra 20 meter, Shyam is only 24 meter behind him. Which means, when Ram cover extra 20 meter, Shyam is covering extra 16 meter. That is 40 minus 24, 16 meter. Shyam is advancing his distance. That is when Ram cover extra 20 meter, Shyam cover 16 meter. Due to this extra 20 meter covered by Ram, Shyam is covering extra 16 meter. Now difference is equal to 20 minus 16, 4 part. This is the ratio difference. But in actual difference in question is 40 meter. 4 part is 40 means 1 part is equal to 10 meter. Then here length of the race means distance covered by Ram. Here distance covered by Ram is 20 part. So 20 into 10, 200 meter is the length of the race. Option C is your answer. That is when Ram covered D distance, Shyam is 40 meter behind him. When Ram covered D plus 20 meter, Shyam is 24 meter behind him. Now difference in distance between Shyam is equal to 16 meter. Here difference is equal to 20 meter. So you get the distance ratio. That is, if you look at this diagram, consider 100 meter as the length of the race. And Ram and Shyam starting from the same point. Ram beat Shyam by 40 meter means Shyam is only covering 60 meter. But when Ram is 20 meter behind Shyam, Ram still beat Shyam by 24 meter. But in this case, Shyam is covering extra 16 meter. That is 40 minus 24 is 16 meter. You can see. That is here, this is length of the race 100. 100 minus 24 is 76 meter. Now you can see here difference is 16 meter. In the first case, Shyam is only covering 60 meter. In the second case, Shyam is covering 76 meter. So this is because of this 20 meter extra covered by Ram, Shyam is covering extra 16 meter. Abhi saves 40% of his monthly income. Next month, if his income increases by 30% and he saves 50% of his income, what is the percentage change in his expenditure from present month to next month? Consider initial income as 100 rupees. Then he saved 40% of it. So remaining 60 is his expenditure. Now income increases by 30% means new income is 130 rupees. Out of this, he saves 50%. So 50% of 130 is 1 by 2 of 130, which is 65. Now remaining 65 rupees is his expenditure. Now the increment is plus 5 rupees out of this 60 rupees. Now 5 out of 60. This 5 rupees increment is from 60 rupees. So 5 out of 60 into 100 is equal to 20 goes 3 times in 60, 20 goes 5 times in 100. 5 into 5 by 3 is 25 by 3. 3 goes 8 times in 24, remaining is 1 by 3. So 8.1 by 3%, 8.33% increment. This 5 rupees increment is from this previous 60 rupees. So increment is 5 out of 60 into 100. A solid cylinder having radius of base as 21 cm and height as 16 cm is bisected from its height to get two identical cylinders. What will be the percentage increase in the total surface area? Here when you bisect, you are creating two additional bases. That is, here this is the cylinder and here you are bisecting it from the height to get two identical cylinders. That is, you are bisecting from middle point. Now you are creating two additional bases, one here and one here. That is, if you look at this, here you are creating one additional base and here also you are creating one additional base. So, if you look at this, this is the base and area of these two bases is equal to pi r square plus pi r square. Area of this section is pi r square. Area of this base is also pi r square. So total 2 pi r square increment. So this 2 pi r square increment is from this initial total surface area. So total surface area of cylinder is equal to 2 pi r into r plus h. Now you can see 2 pi r and 2 pi r cancel. Remaining is r by r plus h. R is equal to 21 and height is equal to 16. So 21 plus 16 is 37 into 100. Now 40 goes 5 times in 200. Then 37 goes 5 times in 210. If you look at this, option 1 is your answer. That is 56.76%. Here, this total area, surface area means surface area of these two bases and curved surface area. When you bisect it, here these two bases are equal. These two bases are equal and curved surface area is also equal. But you are creating two additional bases. Two additional bases. That's why increment is 2 pi r square. You don't need this diagram. When you bisect, you are creating two bases. Two bases area increment is 2 pi r square divided by initial surface area into 100. The areas of two similar triangles, triangle PQR and triangle STU are 2.1 and 33.6. If PQ is 1, then ST is. For similar triangles, ratio of corresponding sides is same as ratio of square root of area of the respective triangles. That is, here 2 goes 16 times in 32. That is 2.1 goes 16 times in 33.6. Now take the square root of area. That is 1:4. That is, this is 1:4. Now here PQ divided by ST is in the same ratio of 1:4. PQ here is equal to 1. So ST is equal to 4. Option D is your answer. Here same way take the ratio. That is 1:12 goes 4 times in 48. Now take the square root. So square root of 1 and 4 is equal to 1:2. Now this one part is for smaller triangle and two part is for larger triangle. So here smaller triangle height is 2.1 and larger triangle height we have to find. So H2 is equal to 2.1 into 2, 4.2. Option B is your answer. The mean proportion between 7 and 112 is. Mean proportion between 7 and 112 is equal to root 7 into 112. Now if I take 4 outside from 112, 4 into 2 is 8, 4 into 8 is 32. Now 7 into 4 is 28. So this is under root 28 square. So 28 is your answer. Option 2 is your answer. Fourth proportion to 12, 18, 6 is same as the third proportion to k and 6. What is the value of k? Here fourth proportion means 12 is to 8 is same as 6 is to n. N is fourth proportion. Now 8 into 6 is equal to 12 into n. So n is equal to 18 into 6 divided by 12. 6 goes 2 times in 12, 6 goes 3 times in 8. Now this is equal to 9. N is equal to 9. That is fourth proportion is 9. Now this is equal to third proportion. That is k is to 6 is same as 6 is to 9. This is third proportion. K is to 6 is same as 6 is to 9. Third proportion is equal to 9. Third proportion is 9. Now k is equal to 6 square is equal to 9k. So k is equal to 6 square by 9. 36 by 9 is equal to 4. Option 4 is your answer. In the following figure, the circles with centers B and D have radius 4 and x respectively. S is a tangent to both the circle. Find the value of x. Here, these two are similar triangles. In similar triangles, ratio of corresponding sides are equal. That is, x by 4 is in the same ratio of 9 by 6. Now, 2 goes 3 times in 6, 2 goes 2 times in 4, 3 goes 3 times in 9. Which means x is equal to 2 into 3, 6 centimeter. Option 1 is your answer. Here, this is radius. Radius create 90 degree with the tangent. AC is tangent. Same way here, radius create 90 degree with the tangent. And these two angles are equal, opposite angles. Then the third angles are also equal in these two triangles. Now, all the three angles are equal means these two are similar triangles. Now here, side opposite to this angle is x centimeter. And side opposite to this angle is equal to 4 centimeter. So now x by 4 is in the same ratio of here side opposite to this angle is 9 and side opposite to this angle is 6. Next is the ratio in which transverse common tangent drawn to two circles with radius 4 and 6 respectively divides the line joining their centers is. Here ratio is same as ratio of 4 is to 6. That is 2 is to 3. Option 1 is your answer. That is, these are two circles. Now, a transverse common tangent. You can draw either direction. You can draw in either direction. Now this transverse common tangent divides the line joining their centers in the ratio x is to y. That is, this transverse common tangent divides line joining their centers in the ratio x is to y. Now this length is x and this length is y. Now x by y is in the same ratio of respective radius. That is, here radius is 4 and here radius is 6. Then x by y is in the same ratio of 4 is to 6. That is 2 is to 3. Because these two are similar triangles. Same diagram. The area of sector of circle of radius 28 cm, 112 cm square. Find the length of corresponding arc of the sector. Here this is arc length L with theta. Now total angle is 360 degree. And here area of circle is equal to pi r square. Now area of this sector is fraction of pi r square. Fraction is equal to theta by 360. Now this is equal to area of sector which is given as 112 cm square. Now substitute the values, that is 22 by 7 into r square is 28 square. Now arc length L is equal to fraction of circumference of the circle. Now total circumference of the circle is equal to 2 pi r. And this arc length is equal to fraction of 2 pi r. That is 2 into 22 by 7 into r is 28 into fraction is theta by 360. Now substitute the value of theta by 360 from this equation. That is theta by 360 is equal to 7 into 112 divided by 22 into 28 square. Now 28 and 28 cancel, 22 and 22 cancel, 7 and 7 cancel. 7 goes 4 times in 28, 7 goes 1 time in 11, 7 goes 6 times in 42 and 4 goes 4 times in 16. Now 2 into 4 is 8. So arc length is 8. Option 2 is your answer. XY are 2 points in a river. Points P and Q divide straight line XY into 3 equal parts. River flows along XY and time taken by boat to row from X to Q and Y to Q are in the ratio 4 is to 5. The ratio of speed of the boat downstream to that of river current is equal to. Downstream means flows along the direction of river. That is speed of boat in still water plus speed of stream. River current means speed of stream. Here these are points XY and points P and Q divide X and Y into 3 equal parts. If this is 1 kilometer, these two are also 1 kilometer. Now, river flows in direction of XY. Time taken from X to Q is equal to 4 unit. I'll take it as 4 hour. From Y to Q, time taken is 5 unit. I'll take it as 5 hour. Now, this is downstream and this is upstream. To cover 1 kilometer upstream, time taken is 5 hour. To cover 2 kilometer downstream, time taken is 4 hour. Then find time taken to cover 1 kilometer downstream. So, which is equal to 4 by 2, 2 hour. That is, to cover 1 kilometer downstream, time taken is 2 hour. And to cover 1 kilometer upstream, time taken is 5 hour. Now, take the time ratio. Time ratio for downstream and upstream is equal to 2 is to 5. That is, we have equalized the distance here, 1 kilometer and 1 kilometer. Now, if distance is constant, speed is inversely proportional to time. That is, speed is equal to 5 is to 2. If speed is 5 is to 2, B plus S and S ratio is equal to B plus S is 5 part and S is equal to 5 minus 2 by 2. That is 3 by 2. So, this is equal to 10 is to 3. Option 2 is your answer. In an election, there were only 2 contestants. The Democrats secured 35% valid votes more than the Republicans. If 6% votes were invalid, then what percentage of total votes polled was in favor of Democrats? Consider total votes polled as 100. Then out of this 100, 6% were invalid. That is 6 out of 100 is invalid means remaining is equal to 94 votes. Now out of this 94 votes, Democrats secured 35% of valid votes more than Republicans. Here 94 is the total valid votes. And consider Republicans secured X vote out of 94. Then Democrats secured 35% more than Republican. That is, Democrats secured X plus 35% of x, which is equal to x plus 0.35x, which is 1.35x. Now 1.35x plus x is equal to 2.35x, which is 94, that is total valid votes. Now 2 into 40 is equal to 80. Now 30 into 40 is 1200, 5 into 40 is 200, that is total 1400 divided by 100, which is 14. So 80 plus 14 is 94. So equation satisfied, that is 2.35 goes 40 times in 94. So x is equal to 40 means, if x is equal to 40, then Democrats secured 94 minus 40, which is 54. So Democrats secured 54 votes. So required percentage is equal to 54 valid votes. Secured valid votes by Democrat is 54. Out of total votes polled is equal to 100 into 100. So which is 54%. Option C is your answer. That is, Democrats secured 54 valid votes out of total 100 total votes polled. A sum of rupees 7,800 amounts to rupees 10,381.80 at x percentage per annum in 2 years when the interest is compounded 8 monthly. What will be the compound interest on the same sum at x plus 5% per annum in 1 year if the compound interest compounded half yearly? Here, compounded 8 monthly for 2 years means every 8 months interest is added to the principal. That is 8 plus 8 plus 8 is 24 months, which is 2 years. That is, number of terms here is equal to 3 terms, which means during 2 years, total 3 times interest is added to the principal. Now, this one term denote 8 months. So, we have to first find the rate percentage for 8 months. To find that, here number of terms is 3 terms. So, take the cube root of amount and principal ratio. Here, amount is equal to 10,381.8. I will multiply it with 10. Then multiply denominator, that is principal, with 10. Now 6 goes 13 times in 78, 6 goes 1 time in 10, 6 goes 7 times in 42, 6 goes 3 times in 80, 6 goes 3 times in 80. Now 13 goes 1 time in 17, remaining 4, 13 goes 3 times in 43, remaining 4, 13 goes 3 times in 40, remaining 1, 13 goes 1 time in 13. So this is equal to 1331 divided by 1000. Which obviously you know, cube root of 1331 divided by 1000 is 11 by 10. That is, this is equal to cube root of 11 cube by 10 cube, which is 11 by 10. That is, here amount and principal ratio for 1 year is equal to 11 by 10 means, here interest generated is 1 part out of this 10 part principal. Then rate percentage for 8 months is equal to 1 part interest out of 10 part principal into 100, which is 10%. Now, we need rate percentage for 12 months, which is equal to, for 8 months it is 10%. For 4 months it is 10 by 2, 5%. Then for 12 months it is 10 plus 5, 15%. That is, this is x percentage. So, here x percentage is equal to 15%. Now, calculate the compound interest for the same sum at x plus 5% per annum in 1 year, compounded half yearly. So, in 1 year there are 2 half years, which means here number of terms is equal to 2. Now, rate percentage for 1 year is equal to 15 plus 5, 20%. That is 20% per annum means for 1 year. Then rate percentage for half year is equal to 20 by 2, 10%. Now 10% for 2 terms is equal to compound interest for 2 terms is equal to 10 plus 10 plus 10 into 10 divided by 100, which is 21%. Now calculate 21% of sum 7,800, principal 7,800. Percentage and 00 cancel, 8 into 1 is 8. 7 plus 16 is 23, remaining 2, 7 into 2 plus 2 is 16. So, option 2 is your answer. If the mean of squares of first n natural numbers is 105, then median of first n natural numbers is. Here mean average. Now take sum of squares of first n natural number. Sum is equal to n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6. Now mean or average is equal to divided by n itself. So n and n cancel. Now average become 105. Now multiply 105 into 6, which is equal to 600 plus 30, 630. If I take factorization, 9 into 7 is 63. 63 into 5 into 2 is 630. Now 9 into 5, 45. 7 into 2, 34. So 45 and 34. We cannot write it as n plus 1 and 2n plus 1. So take next numbers. That is, if I take 9 into 5, 45 and 7 into 2, 14. 45 and 14, too much difference. We cannot write it as n plus 1 and 2n plus 1. Now if I take 9 into 2, 18 and 7 into 5, 35. You can see 18 into 2 is 36. Maybe we can write. Let's try. N plus 1 is 18. 2n plus 1 is 35. Take the lesser number as n plus 1 because this is 2n plus 1. Now n plus 1 is 18 means n is equal to 17. Now if you look at this, n plus 1, which is true. Here 2n means 17 into 2, 34. 34 plus 1 is equal to 35. So equation satisfied. That is n is equal to 17 here. Then median of nth number is equal to n plus 1 divided by 2, which is equal to 17 plus 1 is 18. 18 by 2 is 9. So median is 9. Option B is your answer. The coordinates of centroid of triangle ABC are 2 and 2. What are the coordinates of vertex C if coordinates of A and B 7 minus 1 and 1 2 respectively? Here consider vertex C. Coordinates of vertex C as x3 and y3. And here coordinates of centroid of triangle means average of x component and average of y component. That is, here 2 is equal to average of x component is equal to 7 plus 1 plus x3. 7 plus 1 plus x3 divided by 3. This is average. Now from this x3 is equal to 2 into 3 is 6. 6 minus 8 is equal to minus 2. So x3 is minus 2. Now average of y component is 2. So 2 is equal to average of y component means minus 1 plus 2 minus 1 plus 2 plus y3 divided by 3. Now from this y3 is equal to 2 into 3 is 6. 6 plus 1 7. 7 minus 2 is 5. So y3 is 5. That is, here x3 y3 is equal to minus 2 and 5. Option A is your answer. Here centroid formula is equal to this one. That is, just remember centroid, coordinates of centroid as average of x component and average of y component in triangle. Here when two lines are in the form of ax plus bx plus c is equal to 0, you can use the solutions to find the answer. Find the value of k for which the following pair of equation has no solution. No solution means here ratio of, take the ratio of x components, that is 2 by k minus 5, which should be equal to ratio of y components. Y components means minus 1 by k plus 1. And that should not be equal to constant ratio, that is 3 by minus 5. Now let's check. 2k plus 2 is equal to minus k plus 5. Now 3k is equal to 5 minus 2 is 3. Then k is equal to 1, which means at k is equal to 1, the equation has no solution. Now you can see this is not equal to 3 by minus 5. So k is equal to 1. Option A is your answer. For what values of k is the system of equation is consistent? To have consistency, coefficient of ratio of x components should not be equal to coefficient of ratio of y components. Then there is consistency. That is, here x components are 3 by 4 should not be equal to y components are minus 2 into k minus 1 divided by minus 2. Minus 2 minus 2 cancel. That is, 3 should not be equal to 4k minus 4, which means k should not be equal to 3 plus 4 is 7. So 7 by 4. K should not be equal to 7 by 4. That is, when K is not equal to 7 by 4, equation is consistent. Now do the same here. Do it yourself. Find the value of K for which the following system of equations have infinitely many solutions. To have infinitely many solutions, or if the lines are coincident lines, then ratio of coefficient of x, y and constants should be equal. That is, here 2 by k plus 1 should be equal to minus 3 by 1 minus 2k should be equal to 7 by 5k minus 4. Now equate two equations. 2 into 1 minus 2k means 2 minus 4k should be equal to minus 3k minus 3. That is, here minus 4k plus 3k is equal to minus k, which is equal to minus 3 minus 2 is equal to minus 5. That is, k should be equal to 5. K should be equal to 5. So option 2 is your answer. Same way, do the following. Find the point of intersection of the following pair of equation. Here this is an extra question. No need to solve. If you want, you can solve. To find the point of intersection, just find x and y from the two equations. That is, find x and y from 2x minus y plus 3 is equal to 0 and x plus y minus 5 is equal to 0. Now to find x and y, there is a short trick. That is, first find the denominator of x and y. To find denominator, first take the two terms together. That is x and y. Here 2 into 1 is equal to 2 minus 1 into 1 is equal to minus 1. So 2 minus minus 1 will become 2 plus 1. So 2 plus 1, 3 is the denominator, common denominator for x and y. Now to find x term, that is numerator of x, just leave x. Then next is y. So take y and constant terms. Minus 1 into minus 5 is equal to plus 5 minus 3 into 1 is equal to 3. So 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. 2 by 3 is x. Then to find y, leave y and take x and constant terms. Now you are leaving y. Next is 3. So take 3. 3 into 1 is equal to 3 minus 2 into minus 5 is equal to minus 10. So 3 minus minus 10 will become 13. Now y is equal to 13 by 3. X is 2 by 3 and y is equal to 13 by 3. This is like solving linear equations.